Here's to being in your 20s and not knowing what you're doing or where you're going, where we know everything and nothing at the same time, where we aren't fully grown, but we are no longer kids. Today, we take time to acknowledge the 20-somethings. Welcome back to the 20-somethings podcast. I'm your host, Corrupts. Introduce your fucking self.
Bro, you said I'm your host, Corrupts. And you supposed to say that we have a guest here with us.
No, we don't.
Hey, yo,
Okay, let's try again.
Hey, Moe.
Go follow him, guys.
Yeah, and also, if you want to know where I got this dope t-shirt from, my Christian hip-hop group, A3G. Follow us at A3G Forever. On all social media, Instagram and TikTok, and A3G music page on Facebook, and inquire about how you can receive one of these t-shirts, and we'd be more than happy to give you one of these because it's supporting the kingdom of God. And on the back of the shirt, you can't see it obviously, but I have 1 Corinthians 10:31, which is a great verse, and it basically, in essence, says that we are to do whatever we do in this life for the glory of God. And so that's what this shirt is an example of.
Go support, guys. How was your week?
This week was good. So far, so good. I'll say that.
Okay,
yeah,
good.
Yeah, I'm happy with this week. Yeah.
I have been feeling so not motivated.
Really?
I even when it comes, I'm gonna be honest. I don't have a pod for you guys today. Like, we're winging it. Kapowie!
It's hilarious.
Y'all see that? Kapowie! I don't know if they can see, but yo, we had to get a fucking waiver, man.
Yeah,
It
was time.
It was time to get a waiver, and a waiver, you may ask. Why does such a little pod need such a big piece of paper? Well, too many games. Too many games. Not enough legalities. Is that even a word?
Legality?
Yeah. Not enough fucking legalities. And I needed to get a waiver, man. Like, basically, the waiver says that this is my that I own this. And if I want to put content out, I'm going to put it out. You're not going to sit and chop it up with me for 40 minutes to an hour and then get home and say, nah.
Yeah, I'm not.
That wasn't it.
Like, it's just, yeah.
We can't put that out. No.
That happened.
You don't have the...
Twice too many times. That's it.
Don't have...
Yeah.
You don't have this.
Get that piece of paper. It's business at the end of the day, folks. It's business.
It's business. But yeah, no, honestly, I mean, I'm making a joke out of it, but seriously, don't come on my pod if you don't want to air it out, okay? If you don't want to air, don't come on. You gotta sign that waiver. I don't care anymore. Thanks. I don't care if, you had a hair out of place. I don't care if there was a freckle not dotted. I don't give a shit. I'm airing it out, okay? Yeah, I mean, when I think about it, I'm like, bro, a part of me feels like I had to keep going with this because I done lost too many fucking, people. And not like, right. It's like a handful, but it's like the relationships mattered. So it's like I have to make a positive impact while simultaneously showing niggas it's not a game.
Right.
It's not a game.
No, I feel that.
I had a pretty good week.
You had a pretty good week?
Yeah.
Thanks. Yo.
Well, I guess it was shitty then. I guess it didn't really matter.
It was a chill week.
Yo, I'm just... I don't know if other 20-something-year-olds feel like this, but do you feel like that guilt when you call out?
Oh, of course.
You do?
You feel guilty after because, like, low-key, even though you got the day off, blah, 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 you still feel a little bit of guilt, especially as a man, because you know you should have went to work. And what did you do all day? It's not like you worked on anything productive. You didn't really do nothing. You didn't have a productive day.
But we're so trained to feel like we gotta do something. Like, why can't I call out of work and watch Desperate Housewives all day?
It's like, there's a time for that. That's why.
What's the time?
I would say when you really feel burnt out. Like, and you'll know, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you feel like you need a break. It's not.
I feel like I need a break at least once every week.
And I mean, that's fine because you're working 40 hours a week. So,
it's not normal. Like, it's not normal to literally, and I think it's the amount of time we're spending at work. Like, They want 8 hours of our day.
Right.
And a motherfucker is quick to say there's 24 hours in a day.
Yeah.
But when you're waking up at the ass crack of dawn and you're doing work, you're talking to people, whatever your work is, construction, whatever you're trying to do or are doing, you're spending 8 hours doing that.
Sometimes more.
And then you go home and it feels like the damn day's over. Right. And then you wake up and you have to do the exact same thing again the next day.
Right.
And you're doing that, again, like you said, for 40 hours a week, 80 hours every 2 weeks. I mean, we need at least 2 to 3 days off a week of work. That's reasonable to me.
I feel like that's reasonable, but I also feel that, like, we, especially men, biblically speaking, we are called to work.
Yeah.
So, but that doesn't mean you have to work your life away. And I'm actually in Ecclesiastics now where it's like talking about that, like glorifying God with your work, but like you don't have to put all your time and pride into your work.
Right.
Just to feel like for one, that you're not getting the fruits of your labor, but two, it's like, you may be working, and that's where doing it for the glory of God comes in. It's like, okay, I'm doing this much work only for the next person to reap the benefits for. But I feel that the best way to even get rid of that in today's context is like, all right, how about we do 4 to 5 hour shifts, right? In a country that is considered so privileged, right? United States. So they say. How come it's such a far stretch for people like us to be like, okay, I don't mind working, but why do I have to, like you just touched on, why do I have to spend most of my days at work daily? Why can't I do 5 days a week and do a 4 to 5 hour shift? Why is 5 hours not enough to knock out what the job is you have for me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Tell like, that's people crazy. To come back tomorrow.
And exactly, I gotta come back tomorrow. How is 5 hours? That's 25 hours a week. So you're telling me 25 hours a week is not enough? You need 40 hours?
You need still 9 to 5?
That's crazy. And then you still want to, like, what if we got paid, $60 an hour for 4 to 5 hours? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, now you're talking. That sounds way more reasonable. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, this.
And then it's like, people got the nerve. Like, I feel like when you call out, like, I feel like the management and people of that sort, they judge you. And it's like...
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, how are you going to judge me for calling out? Like, I'm supposed to be doing this shit every day. Like, I am.
Facts,
like, I am. But, like, how you going to judge me for that? Because you get up when you're sick and you come to work. Like, no, I'm never going to put work over myself. Like, I'm never going to do that. I don't understand people that, they just had surgery. They don't take their whole... amount of weeks off that the doctor said they needed to take off to heal. They go back to work. Why?
First of all, and that's when you know that people don't care about their health. And that's where the robot programming is. That's when you know it's like, okay, that's a robot.
I'm not going to lie. And rest in peace, Dan. I really think that's why my coworker died. Because he had a situation like a couple of weeks prior and we had to call an ambulance. They took him out. They literally had to, like, carry him out. And he's a big man. They had to carry him out on a stretcher And I tell my boss, I'm like, are we going to get him a car? Da, 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 da. My boss is like, he's coming back on Monday. And I'm like, he's coming back on Monday? I was like, what? This is concerning. So when he said that, I was like, okay, we're still not going to get him a car just because he's coming back on Monday. And literally like 2 weeks later, he died. Wow. And it was like, this man was probably dealing with health issues for several years. But when we are looking in a corporate world, we're looking at what's the allotted time off? How much sick time do you have? And if you use up all your sick, if you use up all your time, you can't pay your damn bills. But you have a medical condition. Like, I don't understand how it's so normalized to put work over your fucking individual self. Like, it's not normal.
That's because we live in slavery. It is modern day slavery.
And people come here from other countries to get a better life. It's like, I get it, but I don't feel like I'm living a better life. I feel like I am living in literal hell. Say, I'm just kidding. But no, I'm not happy.
I feel that.
I'm not happy.
You see people for what they can do, give them a survey, test them. And then if they fit, then they fit. If they don't, they don't.
It's you think that's how we should start hiring people? I
absolutely think that's how you should hire people. Because even people with degrees, I know people that just skated through college and they have a degree. Like, they don't know what you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's people that went to college just to do something because they just wanted to have a degree because that's what our standards are in this country. It's like, get your degree and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, some people with degrees are freaking just like, they don't have common sense. They don't have real world experience. And it's like, but you want me to have a degree and work experience. Now, watch how I flip it. Now, that's not fair to the people that got a degree, went 4 to 8 years. But you talking about you want them to have experience. How are they going to have experience when they just was in college, bro?
This is the one.
That makes no sense.
I got denied by so many jobs because I don't have the experience.
Makes no sense. Give me the experience.
Give me a chance. Give me a chance.
What song was that?
I forget.
That was a real
song.
Give
me a chance, yeah.
I thought you just like made it up on the go.
No, I was watching this movie, Disappearing Acts, with Wesley Snipes and Sanaa Lathan.
Yo, I want to watch that.
And it's so crazy. I said, Mo would want to watch this.
I seen a clip. I heard he did her wrong.
Go watch it, guys. I'm telling you, the whole thing's on YouTube. Disappearing Acts with Wesley Snipes. There's a lot of people in that movie, actually. Sanaa Lathan, Wesley Snipes, Regina Hall. That movie was just a description of just a bum trying. And he was trying to get a job, and I didn't know, I don't know if this was just a New York thing, but they used to, stand on the side of the street, and a car would come every so often, and, men would hop in the car, and they would just do whatever job that the driver was driving going to do. Most of the times it was construction. But that's how people were getting jobs. Just hopping in a caddy.
Like literally just hitchhiking.
Yeah, literally just hitchhiking jobs. But have you ever seen the movie?
No, that's what I saw.
You never seen it.
And he was helping her move in her apartment or something like that. If the dude left the sofa on the street.
Yeah.
And he wasn't ready to move in yet.
But it's like a part of me is like, okay, you got a nigga trying and then you just got a bump. And it's like, you need to now decipher the two and what you're willing to tolerate and what you're not willing to tolerate. And that man he didn't have a steady job. He had 2 kids. He was married. That's a lot of baggage. That's mad baggage. And she was an aspiring singer. trying to record her demo. She just moved to Brooklyn, Brownstones. And I mean, that nigga ruined her life damn near. Like, I mean, they try to make it like a happy ending, but no, that nigga dragged her down to the mud. And then when she was pregnant, she wanted to abort the baby. He's all on his knees, like, don't abort my baby. I want a family. Da 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 da. You couldn't support your family. And this is the problem. This is the problem right here, yo. Stop trying to sell a dream. Like, no, say what it is and what it ain't. You knew you couldn't keep a job. You knew y'all would be struggling. You knew she was going to have to work double just to freaking make ends meet. Like, when I tell you she was carrying the entire relationship, she paid the rent. She was doing everything. And the nigga got the nerve to say, I want a family? Are you kidding?
It sounds like a movie that's going to frustrate me.
Honestly.
But I do want to see it.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. I was talking to a man, not really talking to a man, but he straight laid everything out for me, yo. He was like, yo, I got a baby on the way. Obviously, I got a baby mom. I got other. That's a lot right there. Now, you asking me, or you coming to me, I guess, trying to pursue me. And I'm like, I don't want all that baggage. Right. I don't want to deal with all of that. Yeah, that's a lot. And then, like, to have just on top of that, like, come on. Yeah. That's too much. And people think...
It's like, at least he's not trying to ask something of you. You know what I mean? Like, yo,
like he's not trying to sell a dream.
It's like, nah, like, listen, this is what I'm coming with. But look, you work with me. You know what I mean? Like, no, nigga, I can't work with that. Like, no, it's crazy.
But that just leads me to the point, and I feel like we talked about this on previous podcasts, about, like, are you gonna deal with somebody that has a kid? And it's a catch-22, because I might have overlooked the kid if you weren't still acting like you was 18, like still trying to have a roster. Mm-hmm. Like, sit your ass down. Like, sit down. Yeah,
sit down. You have a kid. Sit down.
You have a kid. Sit down. Why are you trying to have all these hoes? Like, no.
Yeah, I feel that.
You're asking too much of me. I think people have this connotation that pretty girls, they don't get done dirty. But I think we deal with, like, the most shittiest guys. Like, I think we deal with the most unfortunate situations that ugly girl is not going through.
I just think that's because pretty girls, for one, need to know that they need to know their worth, and they're human. So it's really no, like, in the grand scheme of it, it's like
pretty girls don't like the nice guys.
But a pretty girl can make the same mistake as a girl that's not so pretty. Like, you know what I'm saying? You would think that she wouldn't, but she can, and she will, because she don't know. She gonna fall for the same dumb, you know what I mean, nigga, that the ugly girl fell for, or just gave some bunch to. Like, you know what I mean? What's the difference, really?
It's between
the pretty girl and the non-attractive. But, like, you gotta be, as a pretty girl, as a bad chick, you gotta know, like, nah, I'm not dealing with that.
Yeah, like, you definitely have to, like get yourself out of that. Yeah. Quick. Like, we live in a very delusional generation. Like, people want to fall in love in 3 days. I need time to really see what type of individual you are, and to see if that's something that I want to deal with. Because I always say on this pod, my peace is so important. You cannot come in and try to disturb this shit. It's not good. It's like my body will reject you.
Facts.
My mind will reject you. I would be like, please, go ruin another woman's life, okay? Yeah. Let's get to the 20-somethings question. What is your favorite act of kindness? Did I ask you that before?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Excuse me.
I would say, and this is probably so simple, but like, listening.
Really? That's kind to you?
Yeah, because if I told you on Monday that, I really, when I'm on my cycle, I really like chocolate. And then I get on my cycle and you give me chocolate. Mm-hmm. You listen. Like, that's kind. I like that.
It's not the act of getting the chocolate.
No, it's the act of listening.
Oh. Okay.
What a dick.
Yeah. So
how about we look? You know what? Because now I'm like, I feel like listening is an act of kindness.
Hey, man, I think that's preferential. I think that's what you.
I thought they were listed though.
It's like what you consider it to be.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So what is yours? Damn, people aren't kind to you, are they?
Oh, okay. You mean pertaining to me? Okay, cool. Yeah.
Who else?
No, I'm saying like you, not me. Like being kind to others.
No.
Oh, like okay.
Like what's your?
Oh, you know what, man? Just being there when I need someone to vent to or
like a listening ear.
Yeah, I would probably say listening as well, actually, or just shut up. Man, I don't know, man. I just, I guess, I mean, gifts are cool. Not really gifts, though, but like, hey, I know you really got it, but...
Like thoughtful.
Yeah, thoughtfulness.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I love advice. I love some hardcore, truth-giving advice. I think that's probably...
I really like advice too. Yeah. And you know what? It's like...
What's the one I like?
I feel like the best advice be coming from people whose own life be fucked up. But they give you good advice.
Because they effed up. But I mean, maybe, or just for somebody that just experienced a lot.
Yeah. Just has wisdom.
Yeah. Like, I definitely appreciate great advice.
There's a lot of situations I go through, and I feel like I couldn't have gotten through it if I didn't call somebody up and ask for their advice.
Yeah, I just needed advice yesterday. But yeah, man, I love prayer, but I don't know, man. There's a few different things that go into it because, like, listening and you looking out for me in different ways. It could be you got me a job. It could be you brought me something. It could be you gave me some advice. It could be you giving me feedback. Like, all that to me is just like I feed off all of that, and I don't really care for the you buy me things part. Because if you didn't have it, I wouldn't care. I wouldn't look at you any less of a man or a woman because you don't have it to share, or you can't afford to, we may be both struggling, but hey, you got some great advice. You got encouraging words. Like, I like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you seem to be inspiring me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's fire. Like,
I think that, a lot of women, especially, like, I don't know if I realized how important it is to have, like, a partner or just friends that inspire you in your life. Like, I think that, not saying that men aren't driven, because there's a lot of driven men, but when a man's just so stagnant and they don't they're like, yeah, I want to do this, but they never do it. As the woman, you're like, I think you get to a point where, I don't know, you just probably like, okay, this nigga's not pouring into me how I would expect. Mm-hmm. The relationship thrives, I feel, when you both, and we talked about this last pod with D. Watkins, like, when you don't bother somebody when you don't have your shit figured out, because that is it's selfish, because it's like, okay, I don't have my shit together, but I'm about to just be in your face just to be in your face. And that's another thing. A lot of these niggas want to be in your face just to be in your face. A nigga quick to tell you to pull up, but that nigga ain't gonna pray with you.
Yeah, it's whack, man.
It's whack. It's like, yo, have some substance. I hate a nigga that just want to be around just to be around. No.
I mean, like, yo, we all got our desires. We all want pleasure, man. Like, nobody's knocking you for that. Like,
Yeah.
So I'm not mad that you asked Shorty to come over because, like, you want to get your, you know what I'm saying? You want to get your rocks off. Like, you know what I mean? She wants to too, but it's like, you don't add value to her life to be asking her that. And I think it would be very, like, I don't know how some men, not men, but like I don't feel like a lot of men, especially in this freaking, where we live, it's like you so quick to try to, you know what I'm saying, get your nut off and you know what I mean, do this and that with Shorty, but you're not really doing nothing with her, bro.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, you probably delivering wag D, bro. It's like, so she done took a chance on a nigga knowing he was below her. You know what I'm saying? He ain't a high value man. And she took a chance on a nigga just for some dick and he ain't even come through on that. Mind you done went so hard trying to get me to pull up. You know what I'm saying?
The chase be crazy.
That's crazy, bro.
The chase be crazy.
It's crazy. It's crazy. And like, you will check yourself before doing certain things. Like, you really will.
And don't run through all of East Baltimore and then try to come to me.
Right,
Trying to settle down with me.
Exactly, bro.
Okay?
Bro,
I like some exclusivity to my men.
For real, though. For real.
Let me try to find a topic. I wasn't prepared today, guys. Like, bear with me. Let's talk about this. I talk about this with a lot of different people. Let's see what they say first.
Do girls get post-nut clarity? Don't trip.
We got you.
Mm-hmm.
I think that maybe we could if we were able to nut. Because guys do every time. Girls do like 1 to 2% of the time, realistically. So maybe we could, but like that's almost like a scientific experience. Like, you know what I mean? It's an experiment.
Yeah.
It hasn't been conducted yet.
It hasn't.
When it comes to like the end of it, when you really like someone, what it does is heighten it. It makes you like them more. Yeah. When you don't really like somebody, I feel like it doesn't really do anything. And like you're just doing it to like get off. So like it's like, whatever. Versus, again, like there's just so many variables. If you really like somebody and then it was just awful, and then you're sitting there like, fuck,
why did I do this?
Did I make a mistake? Like, or like you're just kind of like getting like, can I get past that? That's almost like what you get in your head. So I feel like it's really like a lot of variables. Yeah. But majority of the time, if they really like somebody and they sleep with them, all it does is heighten their feelings, and they get more attached and they get more feelings.
I'm not gonna lie. I be talking to dudes about post-nut clarity. Where do you think post-nut clarity derives from? Because they say you can't get post-nut clarity from like a pretty chick. Like it would have to be
that's a lie.
That's a lie, right?
That's an absolute lie. I have a few because I'm pretty honest these days. I haven't really hit nobody bad, but I have like
bad is like a what, a 7 and above?
Nah, that's like a 9. Like I don't think I've ever.
You've never had a 9. Okay, that's fair.
Like in my adult years, no. Like no.
I don't think I've had a 9 either. Yeah,
I didn't have no 9, but I've had like a nice 7, and. You know, like maybe an 8, but like definitely 7s and like 6s. But like I've had some cute women, like cute girls, you know what I mean? Like undeniably cute. Like, and you know what I'm saying? To the point where it's like, yeah, she's like, wow, she is cute. She's pretty, like blah blah, but like it's the same thing. I don't want to be with you. I don't really want to be with you after I hit it.
But why is that?
Why is what?
Why don't you want to be with them after you hit it?
Because that was because it's a lust thing. It was always a lust thing. I never liked you enough to try to get to know you past my lust.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And So, you know, also with me, it was like, I'm just now realizing a lot of my, you know, those relationships, those sexual relationships I had was just lust. But yeah, it was. It's like, that's why I'm not really with anybody. Yeah. Because I want to actually like somebody. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wanna get to know you and then let all of that come, you know, after that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to find a wife. Like, I want God to make me a man for a wife. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm building myself up too. Like, so, you know, all this stuff, like, yeah, post-nut clarity comes from you honestly not being honest. Because if you were honest from the jump, you probably wouldn't have hit. Or if you did, you wouldn't have had to worry about poster because she would already knew what it was. You knew what it was deep down before she let you hit. So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. So can post-nut clarity come when the chick is, say she is an 8, right? Yeah. But the sex is terrible. So is that like a form, or you would just be like, like it was just bad? I'm not gonna front, yo. A lot of chicks really don't be putting it down like they say. A guy just told me that. He was like, a lot of women don't know they're actually bad at sex. Yeah, it's like you're not really like I'm putting in all the work. It's like you're not really. What are you doing? You just. All right, I'm telling you, like I don't know, man. I don't know. It's like, I don't fornicate enough to even. They don't really. It's like they just kind of sit there, like lay there. They get screwed. They, you know, they moan, and then that's it. It's just like that's it. It's not really no initiative. Like, where are the chicks that are like taking initiative? Just pulling your pants down. Yes, like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not like promoting fornication. Like we're not. Yeah, like I'm just saying, like, this is real though. Like even in marriages, like you got these boring marriages, man. Like, where is the excitement? Like, what are you doing? Like, you know, 1 Corinthians 14, like 7:14 tells you, like, lays that all out for you. Like enjoy each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you? Oh, yeah, we just been working so much, blah, blah, blah. Oh, like, damn, man, you know what I'm saying? She been chilling lately, bro, blah, blah. It's like, yo, what are you talking about, bro? It's like, do y'all Let me ask you a question. Right, man? Sheesh. Let me ask you a question, because I have a friend who, her man, they live together. Her man hasn't touched her in 2 weeks. Just your first thought as a man, what would you? As a man, I would have to say I would never be around my girl that I claim to love and not have touched her in 2 weeks. That's crazy to me. I don't care how long we've been together. And of course, I'm a single man saying that, but like, I just can't see. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm talking about. This goes back to settling, man. You know what I'm saying? I believe that people, yeah, you may be in a relationship with somebody 8, 10, blah, blah, blah years. But it's like, do you you really know that you settled with that person, man or woman? You know what I mean? You as a man, you know that you wanted better, but you settled because she was giving you some play. She was a really kind or a really nice girl, and you know, it was something, and she had attributes about her that you was like, you know what? You know, I'm going to take that. I'm going to just settle for that. He couldn't get an 8. You also, exactly, and you also weren't valuing yourself. You weren't maintaining or portraying good confidence, high confidence. So you know, years go down, and now, yeah, you ain't touched your girl in 2 weeks. Dog, I'm telling you right now, the same girl I fell in love with that I asked to marry me, and 5 years go down the line, and 10 years go down the line, she's still going to be my baby. Because I knew I fell in love with you from the jump. Naturally. I didn't settle. So why would I not smack your butt or something like that when you walking, you know, when you walking by, you brushing your teeth, you cooking, and, you know, so why would I not keep this spark going? It's like, niggas be doing this, and this is so weird. So you think it's settling? They settled, and now it's settling in. Exactly. I truly think that, and I don't have enough conduction of study. Is that conduction? Huh, did I just make up a word? Yeah, I know so many. I think so. I know so many words that sometimes I just, you know, it's all over the place. Like, I know a freaking myriad or whatever, myriad of words, however way you pronounce that. But it's like, yeah. Nah, that's a word. Conduction? Mm-hmm. Okay, well, I haven't had enough conduction of study to get.
But you're not saying it right. Yeah.
So I don't have enough conducted studies to actually prove this. But what I will say is from evidence from empirical knowledge, or evidence from empirical knowledge and, people that I have spoken with. And I feel like you ever be around a married couple?
Yeah.
And enough of them where you be like, oh, they just seem boring, yo.
Or shit seems too much of a routine.
Yeah, you just be looking at them, and I'm a freak in my mind, so I'm like, yo, is he hitting that right? Or she just be laying there? Like, she just look like she just be laying there.
You be looking at people thinking about what they're doing in the bedroom.
Yeah, I do. That's how I am.
I know she whack.
Like, I know she whack, bro.
She ain't doing it.
Like, I know they whack. Like, y'all just whack. Like, y'all boring. Like, and y'all been boring. So, you know what I mean? For years. Like, so, yeah, man, all I'm saying is at the end of the day, if you take anything from this episode.
Yeah, it's whatever this was.
Whatever this is, we just freestyling it. And that's dope too. But don't settle, yo.
Don't settle.
Do not settle. Brother, if you don't want a girl with kids, and I understand, I know some pretty women right now, that have 1 or 2 kids, okay? Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
If Halle Berry wasn't a crackhead in Losing Isaiah,
right,
you would have fucked with Halle Berry.
Oh, man, of course.
She was so cute when she was a crackhead.
But I'll be honest, how many women really look like that and got kids? And then, I'm so shallow with it, too. Like, your kid not that cute. Oh, my God. Yeah, come on, man. Let's just be real, man. Let's keep it a buck, man.
So it matters?
It matters to me. I was a really cute kid. We were both really cute kids. Now, for me, in my instance, I had a stepdad. You know what I'm saying? And
you did look better than me.
Well, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is and shout out to my stepdad. I love that nigga. You know what I mean? For real. To the death.
$100,000.
$100,000. Like, for real. Anyways, what I'm saying is this, right? My mother is beautiful. You know what I'm saying? And you can only imagine in her prime. But my mother has not really aged. She's still very pretty.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I'm saying? So imagine her prime, and younger, of course, right? In her prime. That's what that technically means. And then you take my stepdad who had no kids, right? Then he sees me on top of my pretty mother. I'm this beautiful kid. I was a pretty kid. You know what I'm saying?
It makes it easier.
It makes it easier. It's like, yo, this is a good looking ass family. You know what I'm saying? Of course you step up. But I don't be seeing a lot of that, man. And then sometimes it be some cute women, really cute girls, but your kid
They bad as shit. Got all the silvers.
Your kid bad. You ratchet. You don't really got no you don't got no control over them. Your baby daddy corny. You know what I'm saying? And you want me to walk into that? Nah, bro. Nah. Shout out to Kevin Samuels, man. R.I.P., man.
Oh my God.
It's this is but what I'm getting at is I'm shallow and I'm embracing it and I don't care. I do not care.
Yeah.
But you're not my type. But hey, you know what?
You got a face only God could love.
They got great personalities though.
Right.
And I could tell they're making my man's happy.
So what's better? It's date for the personality.
No, you date for what you want.
I'm not gonna lie. A lot of the times I've dated for personality, and they've been great guys, and they've been some of the best relationships. But I didn't feel oh my gosh, I got the sexiest man, and I just want to freaking jump on them.
Yeah, man, come on.
But they were nice. They were funny. You know.
I mean, that's all good, but that sounds like a friend. If you really want to be attached, that's just a really good friend, man.
Just because they don't have the looks, though, if everything else is there.
For me.
If everything else is there.
Women are a little bit better with dating, man. I will say that. Y'all are a little less shallow. I know some. And you see these bad women dating these mediocre looking niggas.
Yeah, it's very medium ugly. Yeah.
Yeah, it's oh my God.
You love a meek lip.
Okay, whatever. But I mean, look, for me, I want personality. I'm not asking for a lot, I don't feel either. I'm not asking you to be a 10 or a 9. An 8 is totally acceptable. and you got some personality and you're a Christian woman. I don't think that's a lot. Because if you're a Christian woman, like a devoted Christian woman, I know everything else that all the other little traits is going to coincide with that. So I'm not even tripping off of that because you're a Christian woman. You're trying to get close to God and you want God to build you up as a woman. So I don't have to worry about you taking initiative and pleasing your man and being a nurturing wife, possibly a nurturing mother. All that is going to come because you are a Christian woman, a devoted Christian woman. Now, the looks, that's hard to come by a little bit. The personality, kind of hard to come by. You feel me? Kind of hard to get all three. But I don't know.
Yes.
I'm persistent with that, and I'm going to pray on that.
You're going to get all three.
I love you. Thank you so much. You're awesome.
Let's close the pod out.
Let's close it out, man. God bless everyone.
It's something
in
about
Jesus' name.
In Jesus' name. It's something about your 20-somethings that
make you not want to settle. Eight and up, bro. You deserve an 8, bro.
You deserve
I'm talking to whoever's out. All my brothers out. You deserve an 8. All right?
It's something about your 20-somethings that makes you want to be more prepared. Yeah.
I feel that.
Yeah.
That's a fact, though.
I do.
No, for real, though. That's
preparedness, it's like, yes, it's so, I guess, cliche to say, but it matters. Like, when you are prepared, life, to me, goes better. Mm-hmm. This episode probably would have went better. I don't know how this is going to look after we edit it.
Bro, everything, hold on. I love that you said that.
Okay.
Before we close out, y'all, because everything, we live in a world where everybody wants things to be so pretty and stuff like that and all, but you have no idea the grit and grind that goes behind that. And sometimes it's better to leave a little bit of grit and grind in things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like hip-hop, raw hip-hop. You know what I'm saying? Or a vinyl record from the 60s and the 70s. I want that crackling. I don't want, you know
I like that crackling.
Who doesn't? Because it's authentic and it has a special sound. It has a uniqueness to it. So sometimes, I want grit and grind.
Okay.
And anyone out there that is, you want everything to be perfected and pretty, well, then you might want to get help because your life is not going to be that way, man.
Facades. These people are putting on facades.
Putting on a facade, yo.
Let's cheers to unpreparedness, man. Can toast.
Toast.
Tune in next week on another episode of the 20-somethings podcast. Thanks for tuning in.